Hi there, it's me again, Jane, talking with Roger, the sales coach, but I call him the sales guru. Anyway, so today I just want to find out now, rather, not today. I want to find out, Rog. I love to call you Rog. I know you're Roger. So I want to find out. You said you mentioned there that you left for England when you were 18, a fearless young lad at 18. I don't know what I was doing at 18. I was still scared, but that was actually very courageous because you went for your dream, you said. Now, you got to England at 18 and then you said you progressed on to America. Do you want to tell us when you left for America, what happened in America, and just tell us more, please?
Yeah, well, in England then what happened was I did actually, I got my own crew working for me, own crew of bricklayers working for me as well. And because I was just entrepreneurial, because that was what my father taught me to be. That was what I was bred to be.
Oh, your parents,
So,
your dad.
absolutely, he gave me some great gifts like that, you know.
Okay.
And then a guy gave me a gift of a painting of the Statue of Liberty that he painted. And that was very inspirational for me, and I hung it by my room in the bed. You know, and I was seeing this painting all the time of the Statue of Liberty that he had painted, which was an amazing painting. So what happened was I actually ended up getting a visa because I was thinking, okay, I'm going to go sometime in the future. And as luck would have it, I was making a ton of money now in London at the time. I was making a lot of money in London. And my dad came over and he said, "Why don't you come home for the weekend?" You know. So I came home. This other company used to fly me home and all because I was making a lot of money for them too. So my success was their success, if you know what I mean.
That's true.
So I came home and on a flew home on a Saturday at lunchtime, and I walked to the door. And my dad handed me a ticket for America, for San Francisco, to go on Monday morning.
Wow.
So
Did you ask?
no, I hadn't asked him for the ticket because I was going to get the ticket. But when I came home, he just handed me the ticket because he knew in my dream. So anyway, I was only home for Saturday evening, Sunday, and then the next thing, Monday morning, I'm up early. I'm on a plane, and now it's 1 a.m. and I'm in San Francisco, which was amazing. Anyway, so what happened was then I stayed in the hotel, and I got up the next morning and I walked out onto Golden Gate Park. And when I came out and I saw the size of the cars, and it was a beautiful day like today, and there was flowers everywhere, and it was just beautiful. And when I saw the cars, I just went, "Wow, this is for me! I'm having this! This is like, oh yes, I'm here!" You know. And I stayed in San Francisco for a while. And then because at the time my main income was from, construction and building bricks, and I even though I had worked at sales in England, but I hadn't developed the sales thing yet in America. So I was building bricks, making money, and there wasn't enough of that in San Francisco. So I shipped on over to the East Coast to New Jersey.
What year was this, if you don't mind?
This was around 1982. Yeah, I was only a puppy, 82, 83, and I went to New Jersey, and again, within a very short space of time, I had a crew of bricklayers working for me, and I was taking on big contracts, doing factories and all that, building factories and stuff. And because I was just motivated, and plus at that time I was with my brother, and we were super fast, super efficient bricklayers. We were able to bang down 1,000 bricks a day, no problem, which is which is beyond, because we were committed to what we did. But anyway, so we ended up in New Jersey, and I was doing that for a few years, and then I was living what I thought at that time was the dream life. I was making tons of money, which I thought was tons of money at the time. But it wasn't tons of money, but at the time it seemed like tons of money. We were living the lifestyle, going to the restaurants and all that, and champagne on the beach and all mad things like that, which we thought was the lifestyle, but it wasn't even the lifestyle, really. It wasn't until later on, in later years, I really figured out what lifestyle was like in America,
So, is it safe to say that you actually figured out what the lifestyle is after you kind of found your way into sales, or you got to know about sales, or you started doing?
I'd say I was very, very blessed, because I eventually built a couple of houses. I actually came back for a year or two, built a couple of houses, sold them, and went back again. But I always wanted that other upper lifestyle that lots of money, lots of cash, endless cash. I always wanted that. So when I went back then, I bought a property over there as well, and I actually bought a foreclosed property, which was great because I got it for like probably about 60 cents on the dollar, and and I had sort of had enough of bricklaying at this point, and I had started working on getting a real estate license, studying at night time to get a real estate license.
Brilliant.
So when I got the real estate license, the people I bought the foreclosed property off of, which was Prudential, they knew when they heard about this, and they asked me would I be interested in coming to work with them part-time. So I said, lovely lady, Judy, and Jerry Grossi was the manager. She was an amazing manager. And I said, yeah, I'll come in part-time, So I came in on the Monday and I started, and I just never went back to and I just never went back. And I went in and I just loved the real estate thing. I just loved it, It was, I was selling. It's like, it took me a few months to make any money, but I never gave up.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't making any money and I was living on savings, but I had the dream and I had the vision. I knew what I wanted. I could see what America was about. It was about that vision, that dream, that ability to become everything that you wanted to be. So I was very lucky there.
Okay.
I went to see Tony Robbins in Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
Now, I didn't have a lot of money at this stage. I was used up my savings over months and months of not getting really any sales. I went to see Tony Robbins. The ticket was $1,000, which was big money.
So who's Tony Robbins?
Tony Robbins is probably the greatest motivational speaker in the world of all time.
Just for people that don't, because you told me about him. So.
An amazing guy,
Very good.
just amazing. And I was so committed to that I said I'll have the $1,000 ticket in the VIP section with the business section, because I was so committed to change and becoming what I wanted to become. And from that moment when I saw Tony Robbins, my life completely changed. My sales went through the sky. After that, I was getting. I remember the first 2 checks I got, or massive checks. I hadn't had money in months, so I said, "Listen, Jerry was my manager. She was great." And I said, "Jerry, I need money, And she said, "Well, look, if you want to go up to head office, you can get it, or you can wait till come next week till the money comes down." And I said, "I gotta go and get it, Jerry." She said, "Go ahead." So we went up and to collect the checks, and I remember driving down the highway, and it was a beautiful sunny day like this, and I had to go over the Raritan Bridge, which is it's a blue iron bridge, and I'll never forget this. So I'm driving down, and I've got the checks on the seat, and they're in the envelopes. Right?
Wow.
So it's the 2 envelopes there.
How much?
And I'm like,
How much?
I open it, and I open it.
Okay.
$18,362. And I went, yes. And
I
I'm like,
hope you didn't crash your car.
I nearly did crash my car, and I always remember that moment. And I opened the other one. The other one was for 6,400 and something.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, yes, this is America. I love this.
That is the dream. So that was his first experience of American dream. Anyway, so that's all with Mr. Roger Barry today. He's got stories to inspire you, and because I've been inspired since I started talking and meeting with Roger Barry and my guru. Thank you. Bye.